All right, it's recording now.
Yeah.
What's happening, family? Welcome back to another episode of Let Us Tell It. I'm one of your hosts, Marcus Tanksley, a.k.a. Tank, and the other host is...
Gooseby. How y'all doing?
Hey, y'all.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. We back at it. We going to be in it to win it, hit the ground running. Hey, if it's your first time tuning in, we greatly appreciate it. This is a podcast where we talk about pretty much all things manhood, fatherhood, husbands, marriage, dating, worldly stuff, politics. We look, we're gonna talk about what the hell come across our minds that we feel like talking about. That's what it's turned into. But it's coming from our perspective, two black men.
Yeah.
So if it's your first time tuning in, we greatly appreciate it. Goose. We got a segment we usually do called Get It Off Our Chest, but before we do that, we just gonna catch up. People done heard I'm on two other podcasts, so y'all don't pretty much know how my holidays went. It was great. Had family in town. My mom was in town especially. We started doing trips for the kids instead of gifts because, coming up, we was into toys and remote control cars and stuff.
Yeah.
They just into video games. That's all they want. So we got them clothes, and then we started doing, actually last year started doing trips. And this year we gave them that part of their gift, and to our mothers as well. We took them to the Bahamas.
Ah, cool.
And that was fire. Thought one of the dolphins was gonna kill me, but
hold on. The dolphins.
We got in the water with dolphins.
Did they come up underneath your feet and push your feet up?
No, we didn't swim with them, but they were swimming around us. And dolphins, look, dolphins
are massive.
Dolphins and octopus are terrifyingly intelligent.
Well, I don't know about no octopus, but dolphins, okay.
No, them octopus.
Have you swam with octopus?
No, but okay. I've seen them. People, I'm going to get off a little bit. This documentary I was watching, they had a shrimp, like food for the octopus, and they put it in a jar, close the top, put it in front of the octopus, and, he was just all around and couldn't figure it out. So then the guy took the jar out the water, unscrewed the top, and then grabbed the shrimp. And then put it back in, screwed it back on, put it in there. This thing unscrewed the top.
Oh, so it understood.
Yes.
Goodness.
Octopus go watch some octopus videos where they doing stuff with them. Them things are scary intelligent.
That's wild.
And the fact that they don't look like nothing else on this planet.
Yeah.
They don't know. They might be from somewhere else. But these dolphins, Nayamu and the other one came over Palmer. First, I thought it was more than one that they were, because it was like they had 4 groups, so 4 different dolphins. So we was only focused on Nayamu, the one in front of us at the time. So she's swimming, they letting us paddle, doing all these tricks and stuff. Nayamu would swim, 200-300 yards out into the water and jump up, do a flip. And before she got all the way in the water, she was popping back up in front of us. I was like,
they that fast.
Insanely fast.
Goodness.
It was one point in time where they did cops and robbers, so we put our hands in the water and she was gonna go skirt skirt. So we all did it, and the dolphin slowly rolled over like she died. So then she was like, she was like, you need to do CPR on her. So I went and acted like I did CPR. This dolphin jumped like violently, like shook, and I thought I was dead. I told Kevin, and I said, you know how in movies they get cut by a sword, they don't know that they cut in half yet, like some pee trickled out. So I was like, oh. She was like, no, do it again. I was like, oh, it's part of it.
No.
So I did it again, and she shook, started swimming. The other thing that tripped me out is she was like, and she's talking to the dolphin just like me and you are talking. Like they can hear really well.
Dang.
And she was like, she likes movies. She was like, one of her favorite movies is Jaws. So everybody
hold on. The dolphin's favorite movie?
Yeah, that's just what she was saying.
Okay.
She was like, one of her favorite movies is Jaws. So do the Jaws theme music. So we was all like, dun 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 dun. So she started swimming like a shark.
What?
And it was crazy. Is like, I don't think Angel didn't realize it at the time. Like a shark's fins are vertical, dolphins are horizontal. So that's why dolphins move up and down, sharks move side to side. So for that dolphin to figure out how to move side to side like a shark and swim like it was crazy. But
we went to, I don't know where we were. We were somewhere, but we had the dolphins go underneath and push us out the water.
Yeah.
They was pushing us from the bottom of our feet There were 2 dolphins. I don't know how they
Hold on, you were standing on the
synchronized it.
dolphin?
Yes.
That's crazy.
I don't know how they synchronized this, but the water, for one, wasn't blue. I don't know how the dolphins figure out how both of them at the same time know, okay, I'm on his left foot,
crazy.
you on his right foot, and we're going to push at the same time. Man, them dolphins lifted me up so high in the air, it was crazy. But when you see them, especially just on TV shows, you don't think they're that big.
No, dolphins are big.
They are thick.
They like water mastiffs.
Man, yeah. Them things are massive, crazy big.
They're like enormous water dogs.
Yeah. And but they're really fast.
Extremely fast.
We were matter of fact, we went on a cruise and we was on the jet ski.
Mm-hmm.
Dolphin right next to the jet ski going 45.
Yeah, 45, 50. And that's
that
fast.
Thing
Look,
just like,
people don't understand that's fast in water.
Oh yeah. And it's keeping up.
Yeah.
We're actually in front of us. You just like, what's up, Papa?
Yeah.
Shit.
Where y'all going? I see you up ahead. I'm gonna go
in
on.
and out the water, just like pew. Yeah. I ain't
Yeah,
I wanted with nothing.
I wanted to swim with them, but that package was too expensive. We just had the experience where we got in the water. The water came up to our waist, so it was like in that area. You just got shallow.
If you would have saved a little bit more money on them Christmas trees, you'd better do more swimming with them dolphins.
I'm good because we had the kids. It's only so much money I'm gonna spend on some animals. But but go ahead.
Okay,
man.
So y'all went to the Bahamas, enjoyed yourself. We went back to Atlanta for a week and a half, I believe, and it was cool, man. Seeing friends, family, majority family. This time, I made a conscious decision to.
Sorry if y'all hear it sounds like
spend
white
time with my family. We can probably the thermostat right there. We can close.
Them things don't be working.
No.
So if y'all hear sound like white noise, the air just kicked on real strong. They probably can't hear it though.
Has it
a little bit. Yes. Now I think it's already been recording while we. It's already been going while we recorded, but not in the middle.
So went back to Atlanta. We went to this sushi restaurant. Eighth sushi. Eighth.
Mm-hmm.
I can't remember what's the name of it. Anyway, we went to this sushi restaurant, Midtown. I think it's Midtown, off Howell Mill and Marietta Street, somewhere along there. It was pretty good. Kicked it with the family. Man, chilled at the house mostly with my pops and mom and them. Didn't really get out too much because, Atlanta got me nervous, man. Atlanta
ain't the same Atlanta I used to go to back in the day when I was younger, man.
We went to the grocery store and it was like we stepped out. We stepped out in the parking lot and it was like, all right.
Hold up, yeah.
Who watching?
Yeah. Which one of y'all ain't up to no good?
Everywhere we go, it felt like something like, well, you got to watch everybody, But other than that, feeling scared going to the grocery store. It was all right though, man. My mom and my dad, they haven't seen their grandbabies in so long.
That's what I was about to ask you. When was the last time they saw them?
My mama was loving on them like crazy, and like my mama always do, she was cooking every night, had some good Jamaican food.
When do your parents? They've been out here, ain't they? Have they been out here?
They've been out here twice, I believe.
We gotta get them out here more often.
Yeah. Oh, I
want some Jamaican food.
They said if we paying, they coming.
All right, look, I'll start washing cars and selling fish plates.
They love coming out here and getting out the house.
Yeah.
Other than that, man, it was all it was cool. But one thing I got to say, it's not. It's a different feeling now.
Yeah.
It's not as. I'm excited, but I'm not as excited to go back.
Yeah, we was talking before we started recording, and I remember I hit a point. I used to have to go home for the holidays, and then actually the only thing that changed that is when my dad passed, and I told my mom we just need to do something different for Christmas to get past that little not awkward feeling, but weird feeling during the holidays. So not that first year. I think either that first year in 2018 or 2019. I can't remember. Her and my brother came out, and it was just a completely different feeling, but it was a good thing. It was just like, even my brother was like, no, we need to make this tradition. This needs to be the thing. Just because it's something different for them, and it's different for me to have everybody in California. But the first time I went home and had that feeling that you feel like it's different, it was one time I went home and the ticket price was so high. Mm-hmm. So I had to stay, I think, like an extra 4 days or something. So I ended up being home for like 2.5 weeks, where it's usually like a week, at the most a week and a half, like a week and some of the weekend. This is like a full 2.5 weeks strong. Ooh-wee. And by the end of that first week or in the middle of the second week, I was like, I need to get up out of here. Because it like you said, it was different, and it was weird for me feeling that about going back home or being back home.
Accepting that is hard.
Yeah. And that's exactly what it was. Is accepting that like, this is home. This is where I'm from. This is where I love to be around. Ain't got nothing to do with family. Ain't got nothing to do with friends. It's just like, no, I have a life outside of this now. Mm-hmm. It's almost like officially closing that chapter and opening up his new one, and it ain't always like yay. It's just like, wait, what am I going through right now? You know, that's what it was for me. It was just weird to have that feeling about back home.
Crazy feeling, because I love my family. I be wanting to be around family, friends, kicking it with everybody, but it's changing, obviously, because now I'm a family of 4. And it's just not me and my wife. Hey, let's go here. Let's do this. Let's do that. Let's do, now it's, man, it's so, and then it's so much that goes into traveling now with children. And you okay, it used to cost me $1,500 to get there. Now it's costing me $4,000 to get there. That's $4,000 just to land in Atlanta. Yeah. That's not hotel, food.
You ain't even paying for both little girls yet.
You know what? I'm paying for 3 people. So, you be coming out the pocket, boy.
Oh, who you telling?
Amar, how old is the?
He old enough to get. He got his own
he got
seat.
The ticket.
Yeah, he got his own. We had to get him passports and everything.
Goodness. So, going back was. Now, one thing I can say. But let me circle back. Growing up, I didn't realize how I don't want to say how wrong I was as a child when it came to like New Year's and Christmas time. I think everybody did it, but leaving your parents' house to go kick it with friends at their house, like, it'll be New Year's, right? You ain't did nothing with your mom, dad, brothers, or anything. You'll eat dinner with them. All right, see y'all. I'm about to go to this New Year's party,
and it's like, go spend it with somebody else's family. Go spend it
with somebody else's family. And that don't really give a flip of, well, they probably care about you, but what I'm saying is, you're not celebrating nothing with your family. Christmas morning, get up, open presents, whatever. You with your mom, dad, brothers. All right, y'all. See y'all tomorrow or whatever. You don't even kick it with them the whole day. You don't you're not celebrating at all. Me now being the age that I am, realizing like, hey, I'd rather be here. I should be here with y'all the entire day. And I can kick it with my partners tomorrow or something. Or, why am I spending New Year's with complete strangers? It's I mean, people do their thing, they go to parties or whatever.
Right.
I find it like, dang, my parents probably would like for me to be kicking it at the house with them. And that's what we did. This is gonna be kind of crazy because we wanted my parents to be there, but my dad
nah, he used to it now. Nah, the hell with y'all.
That's basically what he said. Because my brother, I've never did New Year's with either one of my brothers at all. My whole life, it's always I've been out with other people. So my older brother was like, hey, come to the house. We're going to have games, drink, food, all this and another. So told my mom and dad, like, hey, y'all should come. My dad was like, nah, I'm good right here. Me and your mom, we good right here. And I'm like,
take y'all's ragged asses on.
I'm like, no, hold up. I want to kick it with y'all, but you know, they good. But I was able to kick it with my brothers and their family and play games. That was the highlight of me going back home, literally spending time with my brothers and their families. Cause man, 38 years, it was always
everybody just
at a
going
house
different
party
direction.
somewhere or after hour spot doing, whatever.
Yeah, I think a lot of people hit those. They have those seasons. Like I know, I'm trying to think back when I was coming up. Like ever since I moved to California, when we did go back home for Christmas and New Year's, I was usually around my family. Even if I was going to visit other people, I would be with, mainly with my parents. But I remember distinctly, like I had people recognize we flying into town.
Yeah.
So they'd be like, well, what y'all doing for, Christmas and New Year's, whatever. Mainly New Year's was the big thing. And Angel, we used to land in town and go our separate ways. Like, because she got friends, I got friends. And then it's weird because some of our, not just weird, just funny, we got friends that, they like one of them would be from Lexington, and if that's where they were, they would always be together. To where me and Angel were both had family and friends in Lexington, so we would just split off. They would be like, "Why ain't y'all together?" It's like we always together. We trying to see our people. We ain't gonna bring everybody together. Yeah. But I remember distinctly for New Year's, like my parents was always, they would like to host things, but they just never did once they got a little older. And I remember I was like, well, it started off with like close friends. They would just be over for like New Year's. And then one year I was like, why don't we just have something for New Year's? Y'all, why don't we just invite a bunch of people over? They was like, all right. Of course, I knew my mom would be good. My dad was like, all right. And I remember we went to the liquor store, me and my dad. And he was just like, so what's your brother drink? I don't even know what he drank. What's he drink? I'm just like, man, this nigga up in here really buying liquor for a party we about to have at their house. And it was just, it was different. It was just like, dang, this is where we at. You know what I'm saying? I remember just standing in line. And he was like, is this it? Is it? And he wouldn't even I was like, here, I got it. No, let me get it. I'm like, because my dad didn't drink no more. He stopped drinking when I was in like middle school. But it was just, it's crazy to know that that's what it was, but that was like me. That was another transition, and like it wasn't me going out, to nobody's house, or even if I did, I would come back home. But then the thing that benefited us was me being in town, and people was like, "Well, you already had traveling, so we're gonna come to see y'all."
Yeah, that whole transition is crazy, and then on top of that, you move different now. Yeah, you don't hang out. You don't go certain places that you used to go to, which is, it's not hard to accept. It's just weird to accept. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Because most of my friends, it's, you're not leaving out the house until 9, 10 o'clock.
Right.
Every night. Yeah. It don't matter where you going to the
that's
bar.
That's that single life.
Yeah, it's like you going to, some of my friends got wives or whatever, but yeah, most of them are single though. Going to the bar, I'm like, I'll meet you there 5, 6 o'clock, whatever. I can get back by 8, 9.
Yeah. Exactly. That's what I'm thinking.
Them boys like, shit, Goose.
I'm ironing my shirt at 10:30.
We'll meet you there at 10. I'm like, 10? And then it's all the way on the other side of town. I'm like, man. And we in Atlanta. I'm like, no, dog, I ain't trying to get caught out there at night with them AT aliens, you know what I'm saying? AT
aliens.
Them little boys out there acting crazy. So, you got to accepting that you have to move different is it's not hard. It's just a weird feeling. You know, when your friend call you, partner, hey boy, we about to head out, and
y'all
you
in
like
different places, and
you like, man, it's 8 o'clock. We gonna get there at 9. Yeah. We gonna start eating at 10.
Yeah,
Bruh,
what kind of food they got? Indigestion, that be on some other. It's like, look.
And then I'm like, and I'm driving. I got to drive. Shh, boy. Hey, tomorrow morning,
Guess what?
10 a.m. brunch. All right, let's do brunch, Playboy. We can buy all the bottles, all the mimosas.
Come on with it.
There we go.
You be sleep by 2 off of mimosas. You be drunk.
Enjoy it. Like, boy, we had a good time last night or this morning or whatever. But, that's how it was at the house, man.
Yeah, nah, I feel you, man. I mean, I do it here. It's just like if we going to do something. It started off with Angel because Angel be ready to go stay in the house or go sleep real early.
Yeah.
But even on the weekends, if we decide we're going to go do something, it's like, look, we leaving the house 6:30, 7 o'clock. 10, if we ain't back at the house, the night is wrapping up.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
It's just like, we might still be kicking and laughing and talking. If we out any later than that, we're probably at somebody's house. Y'all's house, Kev's, whoever's house. Mm-hmm. We sitting there kicking it and comfortable with our shoes off. It ain't no out or whatever, out being somewhere. But, that's part of the transition of life. It's like, you 38, about to be 39. I'm 40, about to be 41. Mm-hmm. And, this is another, life never stops evolving.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You're going to constantly go through those transitions. But hold on. I got my...
I need to get some off my chest.
Go ahead.
So, holidays, Happy New Year's, Merry Christmas, all that jazz. Let me talk about something here. There's, you have to, what's the way? What's the word? What's the word? Use your discretion. Mm-hmm. Use your discretion.
I was like, I don't know what you about to say, so I don't know where you're going.
Like, what is this? Use your discretion in life when it comes to certain situations. Just you can think for yourself.
Assess the situation.
Yes.
Use this. Yeah.
All right. So in Alabama, there was this 82-year-old woman in her house. The police come and arrest her. And I bet you can't even guess why they arrested this lady. Well,
we'll wait.
Yeah, we'll give you.
All right.
You don't know. They arrested her for a trash bill. She didn't pay her trash bill, which I didn't even know. Is there a trash bill?
Yeah, it's mixed in. That's what's weird because ours is mixed in with our the waste and sanitation is mixed in with like Department of Water and Power and all of that bill.
Okay, so I'm not.
At least ours is. It's mixed in together.
Yeah. So she had
pay it annually or something.
She had a past due bill. She hasn't paid it in 3 months. This 82-year-old lady.
I'd have thought you said like 2-3 years.
3 months. In 3 months they sent her a citation and a order to come to court in 3 months for trash.
For trash.
The bill.
I can see. Oh, go ahead.
The bill was $77. They went dirty. And put a 82-year-old black woman, somebody grandma, big mama, in jail. They handcuffed this lady and put her behind bars for a few hours or whatever because she didn't pay a $77 garbage bill. And the officers were white and black. They filmed it. They on they little cameras or whatever. One officer was like, she opened the door. He was like, "Yep, we got to lock you up." And she started laughing. She was like, "For what?
Yeah.
Like, are y'all serious?" Dude was like, "Come on now, don't cry."
Who? Asshole. First of all,
who does that?
You and your punk ass. All you had to do. That's less than $40 a piece. Pay that woman's bill.
That's what I'm saying.
It would have been that simple.
Or Big Mom, look.
Some of that money that you done probably stole off somebody, pulled them over. You could have just paid her, goddamn.
Or left her alone, man. What the hell?
Who got that request from the city? It's like, oh yeah,
Who are y'all?
Richard and Mitchell, y'all go and y'all gotta arrest Ethel. She ain't paid. I'm like, man, where's the bill? Let's pay this. Take her down there and pay it with her.
Man,
that pisses me off.
I
Sorry.
do not understand why we don't use our discretion. What in your mind doesn't click and say, this lady's 82, $77. She might not have even got the notice or the citation.
Right.
She probably can't even drive, probably barely can walk. She walked to the door, but she could probably, like, she's not worried about no damn. Oh,
Right.
Come to find out, her water was already cut off. She didn't even have running water in the house. Yeah, man. And
That's why. Okay, so it's probably mixed in with that bill. It's like they could have easily. Come on, man.
I used to work for the gas company, Atlanta Gas and Light. Would never do it again in my life.
because you was turning off.
I was turning
gas.
off people gas.
Yeah.
The most terrible job ever.
Yeah, don't nobody want that gas turned off.
But what was happening though, I was using my discretion.
Yeah.
I mean, I have like 30 orders, right? 15 of them. You can go on the computer and say the customer denied me access.
Yeah.
Let me tell you how raw the gas company is. So below freezing is 32 degrees
32,
in their thing. I thought it was 30, but 32. Okay.
Yeah. Well, water freezes at 32.
Okay.
Yeah.
They will not cut your gas off if it's below 32 degrees. If it's 33, 34, they will tell you to go cut people gas off. I mean, house iced up.
Yeah.
And you want me to go cut these people gas off. So I go up to the house. Everybody else would just go around people's homes and cut the gas off and not even knock on the door. Not me. I go to the door. Hey, what's up, man? Come to here to cut your gas off. Can you pay your bill? They be like, nah, man, I ain't got it. Blase, blase. Depending on who they are. If you're a little young cat and you give me some type of attitude, then I'm like, all right, cool. And I go cut you off. All the elderly people, though, I'm like, Big Mama, look, do you want me here? She was like, what? Do you want me here? No, yeah. I'm like, all right, so you refusing me access? All right, I got to go.
Yeah.
I go back, deny access. And just so happened, they had me on.
Like, I mean, baby, if you have to be.
Hey.
No. Tell me you don't want me. Do you want me here?
Can
no?
you put
All
a
right.
lock? You got to, and there's another, hold on. They had me on Hollywood Road in Atlanta. That's,
Hold up. Goose is like, you ain't got enough money to pay? Well, how much do you have? You can keep it on for a little bit.
Tell me like 20, 25. They had me, oh man, they had me going to the ruggedest areas in Atlanta. I was in Thomasville. I was off Hollywood Road. And it's just these old homes, old grandmas at the house. I would go there and literally, if you have a locked gate, the gas company, they're not supposed to jump the gate.
Oh, they do.
Oh, they do.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, they jump it. So I'm like, Grandma, if you got a lock, put a lock on the gate. I can't go back there. They'll go back there and put zip ties on the gate. I'm like, all right, I'm gone. The manager called me. Hey, Mr. Goose, you got 30 orders. Half of them are denied access. I'm like, yeah. They ain't letting me back there. Well, we're going to have a supervisor come ride with you tomorrow.
He's like, damn. you got to give them their $20 back. They're like, well, he told me to put the zip ties.
The supervisor ride with me, right? We get to these houses, and he's like, all right, your note here says large dog in the back.
Chihuahua run up to the gate.
It's an apartment complex. Like, where's
Hold up. How you gonna tell people use their discretion and you didn't?
Woo! No, I used my discretion. I ain't about to cut these people gas off.
Fence was too high. It's an apartment.
We pulled up to the apartment. I was like, dang, this apartment. So he gave me some little, he was like, all right, well, let's make sure we don't make this mistake anymore. I'm like, yeah, cool. And we get to another house. It was like, yeah, the fence was locked, padlocked or whatever. Mm-hmm. And the house was like on like an acre of land, no trees around it, no gate in sight. Like, it was just like sitting in the middle. And he was like,
with the notes.
Right here, your note said gate was locked. And I was like,
they must have took it down. I don't know.
Oh, man. I was like, dang. They got me.
Now, hold up. You said you would never work for them again. Will they hire you again?
No. Hey, I hated that job, man. There's so many people. You walk up to people's houses, they owe $30 on their gas bill. And you about to cut their gas off. Oh, man. And they be older women. I mean, no, I'm not doing it. Yeah. It was, whoo. Oh, and then they sent me to the neighborhood I lived in. I'm knocking on door. It's partners I go to high school. I don't went to school with. What's up, boy? I'm like, damn, why you ain't paying your bill? They're like, man, they, all this. And I'm like, all right, access denied.
You got a dog? Nah, get one.
But there was times where people let their dogs out on me though.
Yeah.
And you got to have this spray, this dog spray. Uh-huh. I sprayed the dog up. But anyway, man, cutting people gas off, locking up the elderly is just out of order, man. Stop doing that bull.
Nah, that was bull to arrest that lady, man, for that. Yeah. That's just, I'm like, you got to be a cold-blooded piece of work.
Man, right now,
That's just a coward. Don't cry.
My mama is 60s, in her 60s. If you come to my mama's house and lock my mama up, I'm coming to see you.
Yeah, I need the badge number.
Yes, bro. I'm about to disrespect the hell out of somebody you love.
Yeah, you already know.
I ain't gonna do nothing to you.
Nah.
I'm gonna find out who your wife, your little kid is. I'm gonna disrespect the out of them.
I'm gonna go pee on your mama's doorknob in front of her. Tell your son he did this to
you. This with your son. Happy Mother's Day. Yo, dumbass officers, man, y'all tripping.
Yeah.
Hey, get that off my chest.
Yeah. Now I know they can't just go around giving out money like crazy, but a situation like that, like come on.
$77 for the.
And apparently it wasn't that bad of a thing because the city kept picking up the trash.
Yeah. They did. They kept picking it up. I'm just how do you, man, like I said, I would be there to cut off people's gas. As soon as I saw the person was an elderly person, it was like, oh, I'm not doing this.
Yeah.
You can fire me or however you want. Yeah. I'm just like, oh, I didn't know. Something. The officer could have said, oh, she didn't come to the door or she wasn't there or she came to the door. Hey, can we check? This lady's 82 years old. Are y'all sure? It's not like she about to go across the border.
Right.
Got away.
Yeah. She out on bail.
$77. I ain't never paying that gas bill or that trash bill. Coppers, you won't catch me.
You pig.
Yeah,
copper. That's what they say back in the day. Copper.
Man.
So you did some traveling.
I did, man. I got another one for y'all, man.
So we're gonna call it another airplane experience.
Man, I'm on
Goose's airplane experiences.
Pilot Goose, man. Hey, this we get on a flight and
I haven't heard this. I don't know what you.
Okay, we get on a flight And you know, when you got the window seat, if the person's already there, you got, excuse me, I'm right here.
Yeah.
Whatever. So the guy, he sees me. I'm like, yeah, I'm right here. And he looks at me like, and he gets up, turns his back to me and just stands there like, go on in. He don't even want to look at me in my face.
Is he at the aisle or whatever?
Yeah, he's in the aisle.
I fell all across him. Oh, excuse me.
Oh. But as I go in, he's doing all that. So when I sit down, I'm like, oh, this armrest is all mine.
Oh, 2 seats on one side. Okay, yeah.
So I'm like, and I ain't moved. I don't care. The window right here, I'm like, I'm
spread out.
And I'm just messing with this dude. And you can tell he trying to like, I'm like, yeah, you feel that.
You feel all his elbow all up in your regions.
So that was one short incident. But the main incident is
that was the opener.
That was the opener. I'm all now I'm like amped up. Like I'm awake. I'm like, okay, I'm ready for all action now. Because I'm thinking he gonna really try like to do some things. So the seats are A, B, C, D, E.
So
F,
it's 3
G.
on one side. Oh.
So it's 3
2,
in the middle.
2, 3, 2.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's how it is. All right.
I had a big boy.
Oh yeah, it was a big plane. So the middle seats, there was C was open, D and E was taken up by this white woman and this white man. This little Asian girl comes down the aisle and she tells the white man, "Hey, you're in my seat," or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
So he's reading the magazine. He looks up like, "I'm in my right seat," and goes back to reading his paper.
Mm-hmm.
Now, you know, he got me amped up already, so I'm already like,
assessing, like, you looking real, like, inspecting everything.
I'm like, excuse me? So she has her seat number, and she's like, "Sir, I'm in, what's that? F. No, E.
Uh-huh.
I'm in E." And I'm looking, I'm like, oh, yeah, she is in E. That's E. And he's like, "I said I'm in my right seat." All right?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm about to get up and like, man, what the hell?
I'll be like, "Man, let me see your ticket."
So
that's all I do.
So before I could say something, she says, "Well, what seat are you?" He says C. So she's like, "Oh, I'll just go sit in C." So she goes back, goes around and sits in C, whatever.
Uh-huh.
I'm hot about it though. Like, punk.
Yeah.
That's her seat, and you just made her go around and see. Oh, and then you just ignored her like she was nothing.
Right.
So now where they're sitting at, there's no room for them to put anything underneath their seats. So they have to put it up
above,
top.
Yeah.
Flight attendant comes, "Sir, you need to put your bag up top." This man has no room up here. He hands it to his white woman, to his wife or whoever. She hands it to the little Asian girl. Asian girl puts it up.
Oh, no.
For them. I'm like, hold. Okay. I know. I don't know about Asian community. They are polite women. I don't see them being aggressive like that. And I'm thinking,
I don't see them being aggressive.
Okay. It seems like they're.
I think they just as impolite as anybody.
Okay.
Else,
all right. Okay.
Because
I think I'm seeing a young woman,
Yeah.
a young woman being taken advantage of. Like, she's not speaking up for herself. So she puts it up, and I'm hot now. I done have the armrest. I'm ready to fire.
Carrying now.
Yeah. So
Goose is carrying it out right
so
now.
they because I'm trying. I'm like, I got to. Where's my pocket to jump into this? The flight attendant comes back down. They about to take off. She was like, "Man, what's your name?" She talking to that little girl. And she was like, such and such. She was like, "This isn't your seat, right?" And she was like, "Yeah, that." And I was like, "Yep, this is her seat, right here. This man." I was like, this man right here. And I was like this. I started clapping my hand to make sure he like, wake up. Hey,
Yeah, oh yeah.
this man right here, he's in the wrong seat. She kept telling him he's in the wrong seat. And he didn't pay no attention to where he was sitting
Where's
at.
Mel at when all this is going?
I'm on tour with Kale,
Oh.
so Mel ain't even there. Oh man. So he looking at me like, and then the guy sitting next to me kind of like, cause I'm
like,
over him now.
Down and handle it.
Yeah, I'm over. I'm like, you wrong, man. That's your seat over there. That's not her seat. This is her seat right here. And the flight attendant, she was like, oh, okay, so. Why aren't you sitting in your seat? She was like, oh, the Asian girl, she was like, oh, we figured it out. Da, 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 da. She's being all quiet and modest.
Greg, no.
I was like, nope. You're wrong. I'm looking at him dead in his face. You wrong. She's right. This is her seat. You aren't in the right seat. But something that it just
like, no, she asked him to move and he wouldn't. He needs to be escorted off the goddamn plane.
Hey, I was like, oh. Then, all right.
But didn't nobody move?
Didn't nobody
You just
move.
wanted to say
I had to get it off my chest. I went and then put my little pillow on.
Yeah.
And knocked out for the rest of the flight.
People don't be knowing plane etiquette. Like, one thing that pisses me off is, plane pulls up, seatbelt light goes off, everybody starts getting their stuff. Them people that try to, if you ain't got no connecting flight, relax.
Yeah.
I just hate them people that try to just run past everybody. So it happened. Actually, our last flight, it was one of them flights. I don't know. We took a few. Of course, I'm always out because I gotta be able to stretch at least one of my legs if I ain't in exit row first class or something. So I already heard these chicks. There was like a couple seats back. They was already halfway rude getting onto the plane with people, like kind of act like they was elitist. First of all, if you that elitist, you need to go up there to the front.
You need to be in the
front. Look, it's 6 of us. It's only 2 of y'all. Y'all should have bought that first class ticket. But I already hear them seatbelts coming off. Right. So as soon as the ding, everybody else, I can hear them walking. I put my foot in that aisle so quick because when I said in the aisle, I always raise the armrest, just give me a little more room until they usually tell me to set it. Yeah, I got to lower it while we taking off. Put my leg out and went on and stood up, and I was up there stretching.
Yeah. Got your ass.
So now they in an awkward situation because the people directly behind me can't stand up yet. They looking at them like, what are y'all doing? So now it's like basically like I done just blood clotted the whole aisle area because I'm like, no, I ain't about to let them convenience them. They're going to be completely inconvenienced at this point.
Yep.
But I don't know. I'm just a jerk like that. But people don't be understanding etiquette.
Yeah. What should have happened, people, she said, you're in my seat. He should have looked and, oh, I am in your seat. Move one seat over where you were supposed to be, or hey, do you mind just sitting in C? However you want to do it. But I said, like he would, if I thank God it wasn't me. Because I would have been like, you what?
He would have probably checked his ticket if it was you.
Yeah, he probably would have. Because
he saw her and didn't respect her. Yeah.
But that's what had to get off my chest. I'm out here speaking up for women of all races, creed, and color. You feel me? Because that's what I do.
That's what he does, y'all. So we gonna talk about this just because we are both fathers and black men. So we ain't gonna talk about the situation because y'all everybody already knows about these two situations. We talking about Lil Romeo, and his beef with Master P. Which is, I think theirs is recent. This has been squashed since this whole thing happened, I think. And then Lil Bow Wow and Jermaine Dupri. So both of them, basically Bow Wow was saying, he basically wasn't giving Jermaine Dupri the credit that pretty much everybody felt Jermaine Dupri deserves. Talking about, he said along the lines of he created 106 in Park for Bow Wow. Bow Wow was like, nope, the executives created that, and I just went on there and took it over. I don't care how it happened. You was only there because of Jermaine Dupri.
Of course.
You're only Lil Bow Wow because of Jermaine Dupri.
Of course.
You could be Lil Bow Wow. Wouldn't nobody know who you are. And then as far as Master P and Lil Romeo was saying that basically, Master P done took his money and paid his taxes and did this, that, and the third. Theirs has been squashed. Master P went online and did an interview and basically explained like, no, this is exactly what happened. This ain't what it is. One, he basically said, you didn't start making money until this period to this period. I already had money. Mm-hmm. I was already paying taxes. So what your little money gonna do? I don't think people realize how much money Master P still got.
Yeah.
Like he's done invested a lot of money. Anyway, so seeing these men of the generation that they're in, and then seeing these younger men of the generation that they're in, how do you feel about basically that type of generation trying to take something to social media? Because it basically backfired on both of them. It's like, maybe people were on their side of their age group. I don't know. The shit, they damn near our age. But like, how do you feel about that? Like, not paying homage and respecting the stones that were laid in front of you and by who they were laid for.
Kids,
or laid by. Sorry.
This is so. I feel so old talking like this. But kids weren't raised the way we were raised to respect, first of all, elders and your parents. Like, that's wrong. Master P, your daddy. What is you talking about? He used the money that he helped you make, that he made for you to pay your taxes and his whatever. Anyway, kids aren't. They don't understand that. I guess you could say there's a code, unwritten code of just like, man, appreciate you for putting me on. Thank you for helping me not having to. Let me back up. We always, especially young people now, they want to get it out the mud. I did it by myself. Blah 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 blah. That phrase
started from the bottom.
Yeah, it's okay to accept help. If you was helped along the way, it's okay to say this man helped me. Yeah. Obviously, if you weren't no good, you wouldn't have made it anyway. So you have some type of talent. Ain't nobody keeping that from you. But for especially Bow Wow to say he was who he was without Jermaine Dupri is like
laughable.
Yeah, what? Who this man brought you to the forefront of everything. So I think it's just straight up disrespectful, and I think it's a lack of discipline, really. There's no let me say this. Lack of discipline. What I really want to say, it's a lack of getting your ass whipped as a child. You don't fear anything.
Yeah.
I would have feared walking up to my dad after I've said something like that. Like, this man's about to go off on me. Neither one of them feared Jermaine Dupri. Master P probably didn't whoop Romeo or whatever. Romeo was not afraid physically of his dad. That's what I think. I think it's straight up just disrespect. They ain't gonna try me. They ain't gonna jack me up. And I'm gonna say what I feel. And they both deserve a butt whooping.
I don't know. I think it's one is not knowing that struggle.
Yes.
Like, I think it has a lot to do with it. Not respecting the type of struggle, kind of what I said earlier, not respecting the struggle that made the steps that you are now climbing. Man, you know what I'm saying? It's like
it's so much better than I do, but go ahead.
Oh, no. What
you saying is outstanding. They don't I wish I can I want to grab it and say it like that. But go ahead.
It's I think that's what it has to do. Is just like neither one of not to say they didn't work hard in their careers, but they were given those careers so they could excel.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? And especially doing that from a young child. This is like Bow Wow and Lil Romeo. I don't even know if they were 13 when they first started. Them boys was young. So And I know you weren't putting in the work that Jermaine Dupri had to put in to get to where he got.
Mm-hmm.
And I know Romeo didn't put in nowhere near the work that Master P had to put in.
Yep.
And even if that, even let's say, I think Master P, I know like Master P, when he had a really good, like, successful educational career. Jermaine Dupri, I'm not 100% familiar with, but you can't tell me, and it goes to show the fact that Jermaine Dupri is where he is to this day, Master P is where he is to today, and look at Bow Wow and Romeo.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, and this is what I said this, I haven't actually posted anything, but I said it. You actually told me the phrase first, and I've heard it a few times since then. It says, hard times create strong men. Mm-hmm. Strong men create easy times. Easy times create weak men. Weak men create hard times.
You mixed it up a little bit. The hard times make strong men. Strong men make easy times.
Yeah. And easy times
make weak men.
Weak men, and weak men make hard times.
There we go.
It like goes back around in a full circle.
Yeah.
And that does, and you see examples of that all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Like I heard another one where this guy said, this was on a little snippet, I don't know exactly what he was talking about. He was like, my grandfather walked, I drive a Cadillac, my son's gonna drive a Mercedes, my grandson will walk.
That's the same guy I got that from.
Okay, so, but I have to say, there are exceptions to, there's a loophole, there are exceptions to the rule. Because I know I had a much easier upbringing than my dad. Mm-hmm. However, I know I had a much easier upbringing than my dad, and he made times really easy. We didn't struggle. My parents always worked hard. They always had money. Kevin Melissa always teased me because I had to pay for my lunch when I was in school, like full payment. Wasn't no reduced, wasn't no free lunch. I had to pay for my lunch. Like, my parents was doing well. Mm-hmm. However, my parents, specifically my dad, always made sure I knew the value of $1 in hard work.
Yeah.
That's something that was taught in my household. Like, that's like, you've heard, I think it was even said on the college show, it's just like, I think, who else said it? Somebody else said it recently. I think Shaq told his kids, I'm rich. Mm-hmm. You don't have nothing.
Yeah. You ain't rich.
You ain't rich. I'm rich. You know what I'm saying? But that, like, my parents, I think that's part of it. It's just like both of them, well, Master P and them in a little different situation as father, son, but Jermaine Dupri, Bow Wow, they were both producers for them, and they turned into a business. And even I think Lil Romeo had some businesses that Master P helped him start, but you got to learn how to stand on your own 2 feet. And it's like almost like holding a bird. You don't squeeze it to where you kill it, and you don't let it hold it too soft because it'll fly away. There's a medium, and there's a specific, not specific, but there's certain ways, there's things you have to do with your children to make sure that they can stand on their own too.
I totally agree. And they need butt whoopings.
Yeah. Yeah, no, it's definitely, it shows that, like I said, to me, I'm definitely not disagreeing with you on that. But I also see, it feels like they don't know, like I said, the true value of $1 is like they started off with that, and it's like keeping that going. You can give somebody a business, you can give somebody anything, but sustaining it,
it's just like when people see celebrities and think they just became a celebrity like this,
right?
You know what I'm saying? There's people that's put in 15 plus years in their craft,
man,
haven't even made a dime from it, and then that 16th year something happens and they blow up. That video Tab put up of her in her car with that sandwich, did you see that?
I don't know.
Well, it's the video that went viral, and she was explaining how she's driving Uber.
Oh yeah.
She had a break. She's driving Uber.
Yeah.
Like
what, 2 years ago?
5, I think. Well, however long it was. I think it was 5.
No, I'm saying to where she is now to where she was like 2-3 years ago.
Oh,
was
yeah,
like
yeah. Night and day.
night and day.
Yeah, yeah. But no one, I bet you half the people didn't even know she was driving Uber, sitting in the parking lot, eating a sandwich. I mean, probably waiting for her next ride to go pick somebody up. She had to put in work, and she probably worked other places other than Uber. You know, usually Uber is the second gig or the trying to get extra money. But they didn't see, like you said, they didn't see the work these guys put in way back when, selling CDs out of trunks.
Yeah.
Like that alone, doing that alone is, I mean,
completely foreign to the newer generation, or the ones, at least the ones that came up under them.
You uploading music now and now hitting all mainstreams like this, and this Master P made millions from selling.
Man,
CDs
No Limit
out
was
his trunk.
No Limit was putting out albums every week.
Yeah, crazy.
It was like if they missed a week of not dropping an album, it was like, well, did something happen with?
And then being in the environment he was in, and coming out, his brother cold-blooded. Well, he was found guilty, murderer. Like this man was in the mud. Yeah. And literally, for your son to be like, man, you use my money, man. Come on, man, dude. Yes, they don't understand.
Pampered life can hurt a child.
Yeah. They don't understand, like you said, the value of $1. They don't understand the struggle that people had to go through to make them who they are. Yeah. And like you said, it's obvious because Bow Wow, I thought Bow Wow was going to be the next Will Smith.
Oh, back then?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
I was like, he
was an avalanche of just like, what is this coming down this boy is doing it.
Yeah. And then he got full of himself.
It takes, I imagine it takes a really good team to manage somebody from that age to continue to be successful in adulthood.
Yeah. Your ego, all that.
You got ego. All situations are different. Trying to find the correct lane to have him in. Yeah. The fact that he's still, I mean, I ain't going to say relevant, but still talks and still doing things, you know, I guess in the music, whatever he's doing, the fact that he's still doing things is, you know, it says a lot. But you got people that were child stars that are still stars, you know, to this day. Like the dude from back in the day, what was it, Dookie Howser? Angel was watching some show that he's on right now. I can't remember his name. Don't even try to get me to know his name.
I don't know his name.
But anyway, he's still acting. He's still getting roles as different white. You know, he's a white dude, but to stay relevant like it takes. I couldn't imagine the type of team and the type of guidance you would have to have other than to not let it go to your head, and you got to stay hitting the road like. You got to stay on it. You can't just relax just because you done, you know, did whatever.
But it's wild for them. To me, there's no excuse for their actions when it comes to these guys being so close to them, especially Romeo. Yeah. And Jermaine Dupri to Bow Wow. Like Jermaine Dupri was your father figure. Like this is you would think they were father and son back then because how they looked, they height, all that situation. Yeah. Like, and now, you of age, you have to think like.
That's what I was gonna say. Y'all old enough now.
Yeah,
you old enough to know better.
Yeah, man.
If you tried that when you was 17, 18, all right, you got a little. You just now started smelling your piss. You got a little while, but.
Not to even say that out loud, 30s, even if you feeling it.
Right.
Like, man, this nigga, man, he did, but he put me on. Yeah, okay. Yeah. All right, whatever. That's like, I can admit for myself, say I blow up to be this social media icon, right? Mm-hmm. That's like me saying, Kev and Melissa, this group that I'm in with you all did not inspire me to do so. Like, man,
I did this all by
I
myself.
did it by myself, man. What? Let us tell it. Ah, man, that was that bullshit. That didn't do nothing for me. Nah, this man Tank ain't nobody.
I be, huh?
Cam and Liz, man, they ain't do for me. And the first thing you see of me on any social media is on workplace comedy. Wasn't this your first role? Nah, that wasn't my first.
You ain't even pay me.
Look at these home videos I used to do when I was 4 years old.
Yeah, no, it's true. And like you said, people putting in that work. Like, I'll start with Angel. Angel's been acting since professionally since what 2000. Hold on, let me think. 2004.
Dang.
Since 2004.
That's 2 years after I graduated high school.
She was on the last 3 seasons of ER. Of course, everybody know it because Kev always says it. She was on ER, and she's been acting consistently for a long time. She, oh no, it did get announced. I was going to slip up and say something I wasn't supposed to. Black Lady Sketch Show.
Ah.
So a lot of people will see her for the first time on that.
Yeah.
It's like, oh,
even knowing.
yeah. Oh, who's this? Oh, she's funny. It's just like, but she been doing this for this long.
Since 1954.
Shut up. Kevin Hart.
Oh man,
his first stand up, he had already done Soul Plane long before his first stand up. Think about how long he's been doing this, and I don't know. I know through one degree of separation, I know a few of his partners like Plastic. Actually, I know somebody that knows him really close, but like for somebody that's in his circle to blow up, that's been there from the beginning, and then it'd be like a Kanye saying he could have did what he did without Jay-Z and Dame Dash.
Yeah.
It's like, no, no, you wouldn't. Regardless of how talented you are, they were the ones, you were on their backs to get to where you landed at and started from. Yeah. Like you started from a point, but you was on somebody's back before you got to that point.
And to help them feel a little better about the situation, like I said,
whoop that. Whoop that. Grown ass man.
You can't.
hey, what you doing?
What? But to make them feel a little better, you had to have talent to have gotten to the place.
Absolutely. Yeah.
You got to.
You not being discredited by saying you had help.
This man helped me. I mean, okay, you can look at some famous people, children, and they're not on like well, I don't know. Puff, is his son still doing music? I'm not sure if he's famous or not. And I don't even follow it like that. I guess I can't even say nothing on that one. But you got famous people, children that aren't famous, that aren't talented, making moves, and their parents are out there like that. So it's not just because you have this engine behind you. You also have to have talent.
Yeah, you got to have talent to sustain
no one's
it.
discrediting you, Bow Wow, Romeo. Y'all did what you did, but don't shit on
I'll take
the
a
hands
handout.
that feed. Yeah, help
I'll
me.
feed off somebody's hand real quick.
Open the door.
Yeah.
Let me off in here. Yeah.
Anyway, fam.
Disrespectful young men.
Child, hey, that's been the episode. Glad y'all tuned in. Oh, what?
Couples therapy.
Oh, yes.
That's
we were supposed to spin off that after we talked about the transit. So we're gonna start. Is that what it's called? Couples therapy.
It's called couples therapy. It started.
We're gonna start reviewing it.
Yeah,
and we're gonna start back episode 1, season 1.
Yep, it's on Showtime, and it's couples therapy. They go deep, but I think it's a good opportunity for you all to hear from us our perspective of couples therapy.
Yeah.
And, they get serious, and obviously we ain't that serious.
So we're gonna lighten that up.
Yeah, we gonna lighten it up.
No, but I think it is important. We've said things on here, on other podcasts. I've said it on vlogs. Things that we go through or our mentality about certain things. I've gotten comments that said, thank you for helping me. I thought I was the only one that felt this way, or thank you for helping me understand my husband or my brother or my dad. So-and-so did this, and this makes so much more sense the way you said it, or it makes sense now that other men have this outlook. And you never know. You know, it's we all have different perspectives, but I have to say the black man's a unique thing, and the African American, a black man in America that was born and raised here is a unique thing compared to the rest of the world. That's what I realized when I didn't realize it in the Bahamas, but it came back to light. Had a realization.
That the black man is a unique man in the world?
Not specifically the black man born and raised in America, born and raised in the United States.
Yeah.
We have a different struggle than anybody else. We have a different resilience from everybody else, and the reason being because of that. I got encountered with a few things of people of different countries. Their privilege got in the way, and they didn't realize the type of person that they were dealing with. But that's another story for another time.
Yeah.
Anyway, fam, thank y'all for tuning in. I've been your host, Marcus Tanksley, aka Tank. Y'all can find me on Instagram at Marcus on the Gram, Facebook and Marcus on the Book, TikTok at Tank Don't Talk. And y'all can find my building body butter called Man Shit. That's MANSHYT. You can go to manshit.com and check that out. Goose.
All right. You can catch me on, I forgot.
Instagram.
Yeah, Instagram.
It's been a while.
GOOLZBY. YouTube, Building with Goose. And you can buy my
Hold
merch.
on. Is it still called Building with Goose?
Ain't it? Yeah. I think we just changed the picture.
Oh, okay. All right.
Y'all like that new profile pic.
It's adorable.
To post more,
it's precious.
I need to post more videos. Me and Mel trying our best. And you can buy my merch at under...
It's Repped merch. Is it? Hold on. You texted to me.
I did text it to you, didn't I?
Yeah, go back listen to the last episode.
Yeah. Was it you got too many phones, man.
Who, me?
Yeah.
I know, I do.
Okay. It's at reppedmerch.com. REPPEDMERCH.com. Yeah.
All right.
It'd be in the description.
It'll be in the description. Y'all have a good one, fam. Hey, also, if you're watching this, you can also listen to it across all podcast streaming platforms. If you're listening, you can also watch it on Tanksley TV. All you got to do is go Tanksley TV on YouTube and let us tell it. Y'all have a good one, fam.
All right.